Hi everyone, it's Shannon, aka QB Crossing. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. Today we are back with another Dream Island tour, and this one is the perfect early morning, overgrown, but yet still like a structured town, which is really cool. I haven't seen a lot of like overgrown towns lately, and so I think that this one is going to give us a really nice mix of natural and structured, which of course I love, and I know a lot of you all love as well. But before we get into it, let's just take a quick second to thank today's sponsor. I'm really excited to share Merge Gardens with you all because if you know me, I love to have a good mobile game on my phone. I commute both ways to work, so honestly, having a relaxing but entertaining game to play is essential to pass the time. And I think a lot of you guys will really like this one because the aesthetic is just so cute. Basically, Merge Gardens is this really fun, casual game where you build your own garden by filling it up with trees, plants, butterflies, birds, ponds. It's honestly so cute, and I have just been really loving everything about it. You basically tend to your garden, but you also play these like fun puzzle levels, so it really just takes your mind off of life, all of your responsibilities, and you're just like tending to this beautiful garden, which is what I would love to do in real life, but I don't have my own garden, so this is giving me all of that satisfaction. Also, if you like to organize, this game is perfect for you because it's just so satisfying at the end of the day, or even in the morning whenever you want to play, to just relax and tidy up. There's also lots of cute like wildlife creatures, and there's also different garden decorations that you can unlock, so there's so much that you can do in the game. I really love this game so much, so if you want to try it, you can download it through the link in my description or the QR code on screen. I would love to see what your garden looks like. I would love to hear what you guys think of the game if you do play, so let me know. And thank you to Merge Gardens. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so back on the island now, and the first thing that I want to do is check out the island map. Let's see what's going on here. So as always, I will have the creator's socials and dream address in the description, but it's also on the screen as well now if you want to grab it or screenshot it here. This island looks amazing. I feel like I haven't toured a lot of natural islands lately, and the way I'm seeing all of this like terraforming, waterscaping, it just looks beautiful. I'm really excited to just explore around this one. We have 2 resident reps on the island, and then lots of cute villagers. Actually, some that I feel like I haven't seen a lot lately. Like, I really haven't seen Lopez a lot on many of the islands I've been touring, and even Dom. I feel like, you know, Dom's been kind of MIA from a lot of islands. So I'm excited to see them walking around, and yeah, let's just check out the island. So there is a green airport, and I do feel like this is very fitting just from what I've seen so far. And this entrance is already just giving us a great snippet of what I think the rest of the island is going to look like. This right here is just a beautiful start to the island. I love that we're even getting that bridge in the background. And then all of this like road here is so nice because it is really kind of like worn away. So like I said, I really think we're going to get that perfect mix of the natural and structured since they went down such an overgrown route here, which looks so good. Even that water code, I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far. I also think I've been touring a lot of very simple or like more minimal islands, and I haven't seen a lot of like cluttered islands lately, so I think that this is a really nice little change for us. And yeah, I think I'm loving it all already. I love the cosmos, of course, and I even like that they have the little present dropped on the ground, and there's really something to be said for their color palette. Like the scooter being that like teal green is just working so well with all of the other like blues and greens on the island and in these other codes here. So I am going to go to the left first, I think. I also like am noticing just such a great mix of codes. I know I kind of mentioned that water code, but even that little tile code and the code on like the scattered papers, it looks very, very nice. So let's see, I'm really getting some inspiration too on just the different items that they're dropping all around. So I'm liking this like skateboard. Every time I see a skateboard on an island, I'm like, oh, I need to do that. And then I totally forget about it. But here's my like 50th reminder to grab some skateboards. The beaches as well, they're just like not overly decorated, but there's definitely a lot of thought that went into this with the little bottles, little seating areas, even using this little like lighthouse over here on the beach, I think is a really nice touch, especially for such a little beach area like this. I think it just really fills in their island since there is such a cluttered feel throughout over here. It makes sense that their beaches have some decoration as well. Lots of cute stuff over here. This road coat is super cool because the crack just is like very fitting for what I would expect on this island. And lots of items that I haven't used myself in a while. I always forget what this flower is called, but I think it works really well. And it just brings in that little bit of green too, which I'm getting a lot of green on this island. Ooh, look at how pretty this is. I like also like incorporating the bamboo here. I don't think bamboo works on every island, but I definitely think this island it works on. It definitely makes sense to have those different tree varieties, and the way that they're using that bamboo furniture really just like ties it together with the bamboo as well. So this is definitely one of the villager houses over here, and really just this cool overgrown feel all throughout. The gyroids also scattered around definitely work very nicely on this island. And look at this really pretty waterscaping here. I think that this is their river mouth, and I think that this is a great idea for just waterscaping around your river mouth. I love to just use a bridge to connect the two areas where your river mouth is, and the way that they did that waterscaping, it looks very natural. It's a very skinny waterway, which is really hard to do, but it works beautifully. And even seeing that like waterfall in the background definitely just helps tie that water mouth into the island. Coming over here across the bridge, we have a little bit more of just like some little seating areas, some rest stops, and I don't know, I feel like there's something very charming about this island. I'm really just enjoying walking around and like taking in the surroundings here. Definitely getting a little bit of maybe a fishing town vibe. We're getting a lot of these like boats all throughout, and there is obviously some water throughout the island as well. So I'm wondering if it is a bit of a fishing town. Let's see what else is up from this view over here. This looks really nice. I don't know what it is. It's just the mixture of items that I would have never thought to put together, like the ladder and the cardboard boxes, even the paint cans, and just like evening everything out with these wheat fields is really just very aesthetically pleasing, I would say. I was talking about this in stream the other day, but I love the wheat field item so much when I see it on other people's islands, but I have such a hard time making that like square wheat field work, and it definitely works very well on this island. So I think I might have to take some pointers from them. You could see that they're kind of using it on like the edges of their builds to almost as a fencing in a way to frame these different areas. And maybe that's the way to go with the wheat fields because it really just fits in very perfectly. This has a very like, I don't know, like magical forest feel a bit. It may just be the items that they're using and how like overgrown it feels, but I'm really liking these little seating areas and this kind of like interesting mix of items. It just feels almost like vintagey too. It feels like as if you like went to a thrift shop and had a really good eye for what items to pick out. That's what this island is kind of giving me. Over here, I think this is some more of this like cliff detail, but you can tell that they've really just completely like decorated every inch of this island, which is really just like amazing to see and really inspiring. Over here, I'm loving just the way that I've said this before, but the way that they're using this code because it somehow feels very organized and structured, but they like mixed it in with this like overgrown cluttered feel, which is just working very nicely. We have another house over here, and I love that this little welcome sign is right out front. It's very just, I don't know, it's a nice sign. I like that like minimal font. It kind of contrasts everything else on the island. And just this view right here is such a cool layout for some villager houses or neighborhoods. I kind of want to do something like this on my island now because I mean, my favorite thing to do is decorating little neighborhoods, and I like the way that they laid these houses out. Another little house over here, Also noticing that they always have a little wreath on each of the doors. So I think that's definitely adding to this kind of like personalized, homey feel that this island definitely has. So let's come back here a little bit more, and we have one more of these villager houses. This is some of the decorations over to the side, but it's just so fun and different theme than what I usually see. This one's definitely inspiring me in like so many different ways. Really just shows that you could get really creative and fun with the items that you're using, and maybe just inspire us to go out of our comfort zone a little bit. Up here, I saw that there was this little like hidden ramp, so I wanted to see what was up here, and it looks like there's this cool little like hidden spot. Almost feels like you're on like a rooftop or something, but I would love to hang out over here. I feel like this would be such a fun spot to hang out with some friends, just, you know, relax in the park and I don't know, have a little like hidden place. Also looks like it connects back down over here, so I'm not going to go down there. I want to check out the rest of the left side of the island, and we'll make our way back up this way later. But oh, now I don't know if I want to stay up here because I just saw this bridge. Okay, let's just see what's over the bridge, and then we will continue to the left side of the island. I love this little hidden bridge over here up on this cliff. That is such a pretty view. Oh, this is bringing me back to the days when I was really into my natural islands and just terraforming like nonstop. This is such a cool layout, such great waterscaping. I really feel so inspired by this island right now that maybe I'll have to go do some sort of terraforming project soon. If we follow this over here, this actually leads us down this way, which I want to just see if this would have, okay, no. I was going to see if this was going to connect us to where we were before, but we're still up an additional level. I really just love these fun little like walls that they've put here just to like separate out some different areas, make these little walkways a little bit more interesting. It's definitely a cool use of those. And then coming through here, this is where the museum is, and this is totally what I would have pictured for the museum on this island. I love the like kind of scattered artwork on the floor and how hidden it is over here. Even they made it look like a little bit of an artist studio by incorporating those paint cans and the chair. Very, very cool just execution here for this museum. I'm going to come back up this way, and I think we're going to go back up this little ramp over here. It's actually good we went up here now because it looks like that was maybe the only way to get to the museum. So now we're going to go back to where we were before and to the back left side of the island. But wow, I feel like I need to open up my camera again because I'm just loving their terraforming so much. Look at this view right here. We have two inclines, and then you see that bridge in the background. It just feels so beautiful and unique, and I think this island is exactly what I needed to kind of cure a little bit of the burnout I started to get again recently. Coming over here, there's a cute little picnic area, lots of small little spots over here just to kind of relax. A really nice mix of different picnic blanket codes also. And then we see a little bit of a farm on the other side, which I think we'll get to once we go over this bridge over here. Oh, this is super cool. I didn't even see that that was Nooks there. I'm going to open up the camera so we can take a look at it. But there's this whole little farm in front of Nooks Cranny and pretty much around all of Nooks Cranny as well. Also that little truck just like kind of loading in all of the vegetables. I think it's really cool to kind of reimagine what your Nooks can be, and it definitely has more of a farmer's market feel. Which, to be honest, I think Nooks kind of has the perfect color palette for any sort of like farm or farmer's market build. So I think that worked really well. I'm going to come back up this way because I think we saw the back left side of the island already. So we're going to come back down this little incline over here and just really come back to the front and make our way to like the middle and right sides of the island. So if we come back this way and through this little path that we came from in the beginning, I'm going to see, I don't think we can go back this way. Yeah, they have that little like construction sign, which is so cute. I love when people do that when you cannot get past an area. but we're gonna come over here and check out the right side. So this little path actually leads you up to resident services, and this is a really cool view also. I think that flowed really nicely over here to resident services and just the rest of their island in general. And I'm really starting to feel like maybe this is a fishing town just because of the amount of boats and decor that I'm seeing around this island. I also just want to come up here really quickly because I know we did see most of the left side of the island, but to the left is where this little bridge is. So this kind of brings us to another like almost hidden like walkway or path over here. And we're getting a lot of kind of rundown vibes, but I don't know, that it's just so interesting. It almost feels like some sort of like scientist lives here, or that this town was like completely, I don't know, like overgrown with, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but maybe you guys know what I mean. You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit is, if you guys have played Stray, it almost reminds me of that like dystopian town that you're in Stray. I'm gonna come back up this way and over the bridge, and right behind resident services over here I saw this cool little setup with these blue walls, and I'm such a fan of these blue medieval walls. I think that they're just so bright and pretty, and it somehow works really well on this island with all of the greens, and it just, when you're kind of like looking from this angle, it really does feel like you're immersed in a real like city, which I really just adore about that. Okay, so there's this whole little area behind resident services, but I think we'll get there. I just didn't want to miss anything to the left side of the island. So we're going to come back up here in front of resident services and just continue across the path this way. So cute little like kind of community gardens, almost it feels like, surrounding the path. Again, we're seeing a lot of the gyroids, which are just adding a lot of movement and just something a little like kind of visually pleasing to each of these areas. And coming through here, there's this little like paint area and lots of scattered papers. Look at this too. I love that they matched the little chair cushion with the painting. I think that works really well. So lots of good inspiration for little like filler areas also. If we come down this way a little bit further, we have this really nice kind of decor around the path. I like that they have these different like sheds and storefronts, definitely adding to this whole vibe of the island. And this is their other river mouth, which I also like the way that they treated this river mouth with that waterfall and just kind of like closing up that water mouth completely. I think it worked really well. And then to the very end of the front of the island, some more boats and things right near the beach, which definitely makes a lot of sense. Ooh, I'm loving this beach decor. Definitely has a little bit of a like trash core aesthetic to it, and I think it works really well. It almost feels like this would be like Red's like island if he had one. As we come up here, this is the pier where you can wait for Cap'n, and I just love the way that they are kind of mixing in all of these different wheat fields on the beach and having these like boats peeking out, even putting the little decoy ducks on the barrels and the laundry. It just works really nicely. I'm gonna come back up this way, and I think I'm gonna go back over here because there was some little areas that we didn't see yet. We will probably wrap around that way in a bit, but I did want to check out this cliff over here and see what we have. So this is actually another villager house up here. So they have their own little cliff with, again, like some laundry and some other cute decor. Oh, there's actually two villager houses over here. And their houses sort of match, which I always love when people do that with their villager houses. I think it's really cute to have similar like house aesthetics near each other with slightly different colors. I think this looks really nice. Again, just such cool like vibes all throughout here. Adding in that reindeer is something I would have never thought of, but really just loving it. This whole island kind of feels like one big like curated yard sale, which is really cool. I think if we come back this way, this is a little like land bridge over here. And I really like this little like crosswalk code that they added in. Definitely has like a very kind of fun feel to it. This whole island feels very fun, I would say. And I'm going to cross over this bridge now. And wow, I just love this. Such a cool like little walkway leading up to where Able Sisters is. Even the way they did this little dirt path as like two different tracks of dirt is really cool. And then look how fun and playful Able Sisters is. This is exactly what I think the sisters would love. I love like the bears and the bunnies and a little place for tea right outside of Abel's. I think it feels very just, I don't know, very charming and exactly what I could see the sisters kind of like hanging out in. Over here we have a little bit of an extension where you can park your car. Also you can see down a little bit further, which is pretty cool. I will get back over to the very right side of the island in a bit, but we're already up here, so I think we're gonna continue over here. Another resident, no wait, that's not a resident rep house, a villager house over here next to Able Sisters. So it's definitely this like enchanted forest feel. I think it'd be so cool if you just like stumbled into this world. I just feel like it definitely has a very magical and I don't know, I want to live here basically. If we come down this little incline over here, we just landed into this really cool little like skate park area maybe. I only say skate park because one time I saw someone do these two like inclines like that and there was a skateboard nearby and people said that it was probably a skate park, which I just think is so genius. So that's what I'm assuming this is, like kind of overgrown park area. We have the basketball net. I love this. This whole view right here is so cool. It's so, once again, like very playful. I love that we're seeing that little like street art graffiti on those walls also. It definitely fits really well with this island. And this is actually right behind resident services where we didn't see before. So we can kind of check out all the other details over here while we're in this area. Lots of cute little seating areas. I really am just loving their like approach on design, and their overall aesthetic is so different, which is just such a like nice breath of fresh air. So look at this over here too. They're again playing with these different like alleyways and using those little walls as well. It just is working really nicely for this overgrown like abandoned island feel. If we come through this way, there's actually this whole little area back here where you can head up this incline. And wow, hold on. This is like the coolest campsite I've ever seen. This is such a, oh my God, this is such an interesting aesthetic that I feel like if you saw me right now, my jaw just dropped because they added that like little carousel or merry-go-round, I don't know what to call it, behind the campsite, and I think it's so cool. I love this. I don't even know what to say, but this aesthetic is really killing me like in the best way possible. I really like their approach to design. I really think we all need to go follow them and just get so much inspiration. This is definitely one of those islands that really can just like cure burnout in my opinion, because it makes you see items so differently and think about them in ways that you maybe wouldn't have thought about them before. So I'm really appreciating this creator so much right now. So I think let's go up this incline. This may be where we were before. Yes, okay, so this kind of like wraps us back into that left side area of the island. So I think we've seen the like middle of the island now, and there's just a few things that we've definitely missed over to the right side of the island. So I do want to get back up on this incline over here and just make sure that we fully like explored everywhere, because I don't think, did we go back this way yet? I don't remember if we went back here, but I don't think we did, because I don't remember seeing this little Zen bridge. And oh my goodness, look at this little sunken waterfall area. Wait, I'm so in love with their terraforming. I hope you guys are as excited about this island as I am, because every little like area we come across, it's just really like reigniting my love for this game so much. This terraforming is so beautiful. Need to like bookmark this for later because it's such good inspiration. We also have another villager house in the distance over here, and I love their little aesthetic out here with the shell fountain. And let's see, over this way we have another villager house to the left, so a cute little neighborhood. And then through this little gazebo leads you to this little like tourist telescope area where you can look out at the back of the island. So pretty. I love when people have little lookout areas in the back of their island because I think that little ocean is so pretty that we all have at the back of our island. Over here there's this little like kind of picnic area as well, so all of their cliffs are really fully decorated. So coming back up here by where Able Sisters was, I do want to just go to the like very right side of the island and make sure that we didn't miss anything over that way. So we can kind of take in all of the inspiration from these areas that we saw already and come down here. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I love having a little backwards incline so much, so I really like this. And the little balloons kind of sticking out. I love this whole little vibe over here. It's very like Little House on the Prairie, super cute. Definitely just a fun little spot on their island. And even that little like door plate or like wreath that they have on the door works very nicely with this whole theme. It's a little like farmy, like gardeny vibe over here. And then coming through this way, we can actually, let's check out the front part before I get ahead of myself. But just really nice path work all throughout here as well with this little like overgrown garden. And as we come back here, we have some ducks crossing this like abandoned train track and then a little like bus stop as well. So I imagine that this is where a train used to be, but it's definitely very overgrown. Super cool idea. And then they actually have this extending all the way to their peninsula. And then again, a really cute little painting spot, which is just perfect for a peninsula. That's so charming. I love this. I'm going to go back this way now over this little bridge here. And so much to just take in, so much detail, definitely so much nature and greenery coming out throughout this island. And this is really cool also. I don't know what this is exactly. Maybe this was a gas station at one point, and just that little sign, I don't know like how it connects, but like it looks really good, and that's to me all that really matters. So I think that looks really cool. I'm gonna come up this way and whoa, okay, wow, we still had so much to see at the back of the island. Look at this view right here for the two resident rep houses. That is really cool. So we have two resident rep houses with this little bridge going through. And again, this is just screaming like layout inspiration. I love just the way that they've laid out everything here, from the way that the houses are placed to the way that the waterscaping is done and the bridges are done. It's so fun. And over here, again, just such cool stuff going on. Like so many items that I feel like I haven't seen before that just somehow like really work together. We have one of the resident rep houses over here and then one over to the right as well, which is really cute. I really like all of these. And then if you go over the bridge, I think that this leads you to the, oh, I thought it was going to be the secret beach, but it is just a really cute rock with the seating area. I'm not sure if the houses are like decorated or not, and I usually don't do interior tours, but this island aesthetic is really cool, so I'm just curious what's going on inside. Okay, so the interiors were decorated, and this is a really interesting, like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna try to dissect it with you all right now. So we have like a director's chair. We have some like chalk on the floor. It kind of feels like a little bit of a studio, or I don't know, like a set of some sort. But I don't know, it's kind of what I would expect for this island, to be honest. I like that this island kind of makes you think, because it could just be totally random items that look really good together, but it could also mean something and you may just have to like take some time understanding it. The downstairs of this house has this really cool vibe down here. It almost feels like a garage that was like converted into like almost a bar hangout area. I really like this a lot. I also like that they like polished the car, which feels really cool, and just a little place to like kind of sit and hang out as well. So I'm getting a little bit of a garage feel from in here, but I really like it. It fits definitely with this whole house's theme. Since we went in that house, I think we should check out what's inside the other house and maybe see what's going on here, if it is accessible, which it looks like it is. Okay, so this one looks to be more of like a little bar area, which is really cool. It looks like it's open. It says open, and lots of interesting stuff going on in here. There's a whole like industrial vibe to it, but then I like that they have this whole like using the phone booths inside. Really cool idea, and it adds a little bit of a different like lighting source, which is really cool. I don't know, it kind of feels like I'm inside and I'm outside at the same time because of the like window over there and the evergreen ash. Really cool aesthetic over here. I don't know if there's anything else in this house, but I'm gonna check. This is the room over to the right, and this is such a pretty layout for these, I guess this like little bedroom over here. Almost feels like maybe a hotel. Maybe this is a hotel and we were just in the like lobby area. I don't know, but I'm really liking this. Also, what is that item that's on the wall there? Is that like a shelf of like perfume and lotion? I don't remember ever seeing that. That's so cool. I also don't do interiors a lot, so I feel like I learn about new items all the time when I tour them. Oh my gosh, this upstairs area is so beautiful. This is like a cottagecore dream. Oh my god, this is such a pretty layout. I love this. Okay, so let's start. The left side over here is this cute little kitchen area, and it just feels like I'm in a fairy tale. It really does. I feel like this is where like Goldilocks and the Three Bears took place. This is so cool. And then this right side over here has this really just like charming little bedroom area. I love their aesthetic inside of the houses. This is really cool also. You can definitely see just like their like unique touch to it, but I love that this has a little bit of a like cottagecore feel. Definitely works really nicely. Ooh, and then we have a very moody like basement area. This is like exactly what I would want if I had a basement, or a house for that matter. I always think basements should be like really fun little hangout areas. It should feel really cozy, and this one feels really, really cozy. I love the like window code that they're using also, and just, I don't know, all of this. It's like a little like library hangout. I would love to actually have this little space in my house. Okay, so back on the island now. I want to check out anything that we may have missed as we went along the right side of the island, but I think that we have seen a good amount of this island at this point, so I just really want to check out and make sure that we didn't potentially miss anything. I don't even remember how we got down here. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're gonna loop back around this way. I think that there was a couple of little things just to the front of the island that we may have not gotten to yet. So I'm gonna come up this way past this little house that we just saw. And yeah, okay, so over here, I think this may be the only little area that we had missed. It's this little like transition area, and just a cool use of those like log benches and the cornucopia. And if you come through back up this way, this was where we had seen already towards the front right side of the island. And I don't think we saw this little beach, but there's this really cute little like beach cafe feel over here. Very just overgrown, fun little places to sit. Definitely, once again, just feels very playful, and just, I don't know, it's just like a joy to be on this island, honestly. I think we are back now over by resident services. So I do think that we've seen everything on this island. I have to say, this is one of my favorite islands I've seen in a while. It just really is so different and exciting. I would love to hear what you guys thought about this island. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.